Welcome to the Hotspot with Cameron. And today, I'd like to talk about the NFC leading Detroit Lions, something I thought I'd never say. I guess they say never. Uh, they have the opportunity to do something I didn't think that I would get to see in my lifetime. So right now, I'd just like to talk about some of the things that I see in them that has changed. One, Dan Campbell is a breath of fresh air from all of the other coaches that I've ever seen the Detroit Lions have. The only one that I can really give any credence to is Dan Fouts. And the reason that I remember him is Barry Sanders. So all of the coaches that we've had prior to this, even the leadership was not there. I think now the Fords are reinvesting in the city and reinvesting in the Lions, and it shows. But with the acquisition of Dan Campbell, and then the one-for-one trade of Matthew Stafford for Jared Goff, I think that was absolutely the best option for us, the best deal for us. I think we got a steal in that deal, and I'll tell you why. When Matthew Stafford was here, he had a nickname, and this is where I always start when I go into this debate. Matthew Stafford, when he was here, I didn't feel like he was a good leader because they called him the comeback kid. Yeah, that's great to win games during the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, I never saw a playoff win under Matthew Stafford's regime, even though he had the best receiver in the league for 10 years. Megatron gave him 10 years, and unfortunately, he wasn't able to capitalize on that asset to win in the playoffs. Even with the excuse that people give that he didn't have the personnel or he didn't have the defense, he did. He's had opportunities, 2 seasons. The second season being the 2012 season. He had a good defense with K.A.K.A.C and Farley, and that was a top 3 defense. So when you say that, and they're calling him the comeback kid, one, they were making sure that the game was tight when we went into the locker room. The only reason you would get the comeback kid as a nickname means you're going into the locker room down. So when you come out, you slang it. So all of those are empty calories. Those are empty stats. And another thing, when he was in the SEC, I don't remember him going up for the Heisman. I don't remember him winning the SEC. Like, he wasn't winning then. So that winning attitude wasn't present, especially when you're not getting it from leadership. You're not getting the personnel. But then when they do give you a defense and they do give you a couple of weapons on offense, you still didn't even win a playoff game. One playoff game, 12-4 record. I think, you know what I'm saying? I think it's some fans out there, Dallas. I think it's some fans out there that know what I'm talking about when you go 12-4 and you sitting at home the next week of the playoffs. On the other hand, we have Jared Goff. Right now, he's leading with 2. He has 2 perfect passer ratings this year. That's an NFL record. He has 8 games or more of 140 plus passer rating, and that means that he's getting the ball to his playmakers. I mean, Montgomery has scored in almost every game, multiple times in some. Jahmyr Gibbs is running wild, and Jarrett is distributing the ball and leading this team to the Super Bowl. Last year it was definitely a letdown. Getting to the NFC Championship, not ever seeing that in my lifetime, and losing in that game in the fashion in which we lost, yes, that hurt. but they have a chance, and I see it in their attitudes. I see them overcoming that this year with the trick plays and the fun they're having. They're must-see TV. They are must-see TV. When it's a Thursday night game, whether it's a Thursday night game, which they're coming up on Thanksgiving, they got a catchy game here coming up on Sunday against Anthony Richards, who's trying to redeem himself for, so-called quitting on the team earlier in the year. And the Indianapolis Colts, we're going to their stadium, and they want to get us. They want to beat the Lions. They want to beat them down. So they're going to have the opportunity to see if this is a catchy game and come out of it and move forward to bigger and better things. I think that the rest of the season is going to tell the tape. Is going to be the tell of the tape on whether we finish the job or not, because they can't take any games off now. Everybody knows who they are. They are the hunted. They the big cat. Like defend the den, get out there. I'm really excited about everything that's going on in the city and with that team. And I'm super excited to see it. If they win the Super Bowl, this is going to be one of the most special seasons and that any Detroit fan, I think, has ever seen in our lifetime. It's been years. 1957, to be exact. Before there was a Super Bowl in 1967. That's how long Detroit fans have been waiting for this. So, with that being said, I want you to stay with me here. I'm going to be doing this every Friday. I'm going to have that hotspot up. I'm going to be in the hotspot. I'm going to go over some things. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to talk football, baseball, basketball, and then sometimes I might even talk a little bit about life. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, and also comment. I do want to hear your comments. I want to hear your thoughts on this subject. I understand, like I said, I know that there's some passionate Matthew Stafford fans out there. You're right. He got him one with the Rams. Unfortunately, this one in Detroit, it's going to be under Jared Goff's regime. And I've known that from the one-on-one. So stay tuned. Go Lions. Go Tigers. And come on, Pistons. Let's get it. I'll see you next time on the Hotspot. This is Cameron.